What's up everybody? Welcome to another day of Vlogmas. A question that I get asked a lot is how do you train for a Disney marathon? I have done a lot of Disney half marathons and a few 10Ks. I've done videos about them, so if you want to watch like what happens actually during a Disney marathon, click the links in the description box below. And I'm so not an expert, so my advice is definitely not like the authority, like I'm not the authority on this subject. I probably am like not really the person to listen to, but I do complete these races successfully. So I'm just gonna tell you my process and a process that would probably work for you if you are looking to do a Disney race. I encourage you, if you like think it's cool to do, you should do a Disney race, because if I can do it, you can do it. First of all, if you want to sign up for a Disney race, you need to do so very far in advance. You can go to rundisney.com and look at all the races that are scheduled for like the next whole year into the next year, and you can find one that you're interested in and enter your email to be notified in advance for when registration will open for those races, because these races sell out so fast. Once you've signed up, it's time to start training. You should ideally give yourself like 9 months to adequately train for a half marathon. Obviously for 10K and 5K, less time is necessary. I'm just gonna be giving you advice for half marathons, and you can kind of like adjust for whatever you're gonna be doing. What I do when I sign up for a half marathon, hopefully I have 6 to 9 months to prepare, but I have trained like with 3 months or less for a race and been okay. I've done 2 races on no training at all, so there's that. So what I do if I haven't been working out recently is I start running a mile 3 to 4 times a week, and I increase it to 2 miles. And once I'm at the 2 mile like mark where I'm doing it easily without stopping, I will start doing 2-mile runs a couple times a week, and then a 4-mile run 1 time a week. And I'll do that for a while, like a couple weeks. And then you slowly increase it from there, where eventually you're doing, you know, like 1 6-mile run and 2 3-mile runs. And then you're doing 1 7-mile run and 2 4-mile runs, or a 4-mile run and a 5-mile run. They say that you should never actually run the full 13 miles. You should get up to the point where you're able to do a 10-mile run and feel confident that you'd be able to do the 3.1 after that. Honestly, the longest training run that I've ever done before a half marathon was probably 9 miles. A lot of the time, to prevent joint pain and things like that, problems with my legs, I will alternate sometimes between doing a run and then exercising on an elliptical to give my knees a break. It's super important to practice running outside because the Disney races will be outside. It's okay to start on a treadmill, but after a while, it feels very different to run outside, so you have to run outside. I find that when I run outside, I go faster than I think I'm going, but it's harder. It's harder than a treadmill, but you end up going faster and getting like a better workout, and it's better training. It's obviously better training because it's what the race is actually gonna be like. Also, don't run right before your race. They say that you shouldn't run like 2 or 3 days before your race, so make sure that you don't run too close to your actual race date. I cannot stress the importance of stretching, literally. I didn't know that I wasn't doing adequate stretching until I did adequate stretching for the first time ever. Even with all my training, my first couple half marathons that I did left me in such excruciating pain afterwards. It was the most like physical body pain I'd ever felt without having surgery. And then I did one Disney race in Florida where I was in such a far corral, like I was like so far back that I didn't start for like an hour past the start time, and I was alone, so I spent that entire hour stretching. I just like sat on the ground and stretched one leg out, stretched another leg out, stood up, bent over, did like butterfly stretches, just like stretched my legs out for a full hour. That wasn't even the race that I trained the most well for, but it was the first race that I had literally 0 pain afterwards. So I cannot stress stretching enough. Stretch for at least a half hour. That's my recommendation. I don't know what experts say. And there you have it, guys. A amateur's guide to preparing for a half marathon. I hope it was helpful. If you have more specific questions, you can leave them in the comments below and I will definitely answer them. Bye.
It's hard.
It's hard.